What is going down, everyone? It's time for the hype, episode 355, guys. We've got some new releases. We've got some unlicensed stuff that's coming out. It's not Leaf. It's from Topps. So we're going to talk about Topps Chrome basketball. Everybody's talking about it. And composite football releasing this week. If you guys want to get some boxes, head on over to Mojobreak.com. Use code HYPELOVE. It's one of our bigger coupons that we've ever used. Very limited. $30 off any $100 purchase. Only one per customer. So load up on some of those products at Mojobreakshop.com and open your boxes yourself. See what you get. Once again, that code is HYPELOVE, and you can use that on any new release, anything on the website. So if you only spend $100, that's 30% off. So go ahead and use that code because it will expire at any given moment. So you may want to be on there right now while we're doing this show. But we're going to talk some big sales as well. There was the Babe Ruth jersey that sold for record amounts, and we're going to talk a little football, talk about how the Rams are going to be in the 4th place in the division and how the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl, and are the Raiders a football team? I mean, those are some of the topics we're going to talk about today on the hype. So make sure you guys comment on any of our Instagram posts and follow, and we're going to have some fun on the show.
Jets by 100.
It's not possible.
Jets by
Take
100.
it to the bank.
Yeah.
What's this point spread?
I think it's Niners minus 73.
Ooh,
That's gonna be
yeah, take the Jets.
take the Jets.
Take the Jets.
We're
Aaron Rodgers' daddy, so I don't think that's going to happen.
no, not since he put on that majestic green,
The jet green.
that jet green.
He was in green before.
I mean, if I do,
green,
if
green
I
to yellow.
I am also, if I do go to the game, I will start that Jets chant.
Hell yeah.
You and 10 other people.
Hey, that'd be 10 very enthusiastic people. I bet we can probably get a lot more than 10 people.
You know what's funny on this table right in front of Doug right here? It's a Green Bay Packers helmet and a Jets helmet. It's just
It is.
just shows you all you need to know.
Teams that we just beat up on. You guys heard the new Travis King song?
Travis King.
Yeah,
No.
it's amazing.
I don't know who Travis King is.
No, he's a legend. He's a legend.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't-
it's huge. It's
Is he a Niner? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the new Niner song, the yearly Niner song. Got it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear this. This is bad radio.
It's good.
Nope.
It's all about all the teams we're going to beat this year. So
Oh,
you guys,
yeah.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you guys the link.
I'm assuming that dude thinks you're going 17-0.
Probably.
Here's
Well,
a better
does he have
Not
like
too far off.
Does he have any team where he's like, oh, ran into that team and it was
here's
tough,
a
tough
better
and we
question.
lost?
Does he talk about the Chiefs in that song?
I think
At
so.
all.
Oh, you want to talk about the Niners?
Here we go.
Daddy.
Right here. Right here.
That dude sucks. That dude's like the
Pumping fake crowd noise.
fake crowd noise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Zeke's not even on the team anymore.
Yeah, he is. He's back.
Oh, he went back?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh, I
he's
didn't
back on the
even know that.
Cowboys. Resurgence 2016 football.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
What's wrong with New England? What's wrong with New England?
they're pretty bad.
Yeah.
New England actually might.
We got Drake May though.
New England might get the first pick in the draft. They might be the worst team in the league.
Yeah. Who's their quarterback? They got Drake May, right?
They got Drake May, but who is Drake May throwing the ball to?
Great question.
There's some kind of sleeper rookie.
Oh,
that
it-
might be wide receiver 1. So
That's not. You don't want to start your season where you're like, well, we got this one dude who was drafted in the 7th round. That's going to be our wide receiver number 1.
Is it it's Caleb Williams that's also gonna throw to his former collegiate teammate that also got drafted pretty high, right? Wide receiver.
no.
Or was that Bo Nix?
It was Bo Nix. Yes.
Yeah,
Bo Nix.
because they got Adunze and DJ Moore. The Bears are going to be good.
Adunze, he's the
Yeah.
one that was one.
No, he was Washington though.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think Caleb's only played. Well, was he Oklahoma? Then he transferred to SC.
Caleb?
Yeah, I think he was Oklahoma, and then he transferred to SC.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Kevin in the chat saying that the tennis sound effect last week was the greatest thing he's ever heard on any hobby podcast. So
The tennis
sound
sound
I'm
effect?
on the podium for something.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Why did you remind us?
Oh,
I
yeah.
totally forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
I forgot about it until now. I'm
That was
I'm
bad.
proud of it.
No,
Like,
you should-
I
yeah.
really am. You go to my resume.
Hey, how you guys have not memed that clip yet? I'm like, well, how has nobody memed that?
It was-
Dude, there's sometimes like I do things on stream. I have friends, like hobby friends sometimes. They'll meme me like right away. They'll send me a meme of myself like instantly. I'm like, dude, how you do this so fast? So I'm surprised that you don't have a meme of you doing the tennis sound effect yet.
It's coming, I'm sure. And now you reminded people somebody's gonna do it.
Speaking of tennis, did you rip any of the tennis chrome?
I did. I pulled some of my biggest pull, Novak Djokovic. I did pull a black Carlos Alcaraz refractor auto.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one, yeah, I'll get it. I had it like separately clipped, but
Do you think the attention span for that product is still here for?
Well, it's good because the U.S.
Yeah,
Open,
the
US
US
Open
Open is
is going on right now.
Yeah. I think Topps obviously learned from the 2021 release that got delayed by a couple of years, right? They didn't have very many big names in there. So, I mean, obviously to compensate, they overloaded this one to where it's like there's like if you have any passing interest, I guess, in tennis, or if you're a hardcore tennis person, it has almost pretty much all the names you're looking for, right? Except obviously a few that are missing. So I think it will have some legs.
Hope so. I think we still got got a lot. We still got a lot.
No,
So
we don't.
buy tennis.
I don't think we have that much. It's actually been. I've everybody who breaks for us. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
Let me see how many we have. Let's show you how the sausage.
Yeah, I tell you the YT side has none. I don't know about the FL side, but the YT side we have none left.
The FL like.
Oh, okay. There's less than I thought. We only have 80 hobby and
But
10 breaker.
Yeah,
click
but
in there.
Well, just take it.
we're making
Oh, yeah.
deal.
Oh. Yeah. Well, that explains.
Yeah, well, yeah,
78.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
do they do over there?
I have no idea.
Obviously not chrome tennis.
Yeah, not.
But this goes to like I'll speak from experience. like, I didn't-
Credentials hockey, apparently.
I didn't get to rip a lot of Star Wars Chrome, so I can't really speak on that product. But I assume it's super hot because we don't have any.
What?
And like our Star Wars Chrome
Oh,
Yeah, it
yeah,
will, it will.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was gone
before we got
before
back.
we got back.
Before
Yeah.
we,
So-
but my point is like Topps, they've been killing it in terms of like these off-brand
like the
non-main sports
the alternate categories.
Yeah, the alternate
Okay.
categories. Like I'm genuinely surprised how popular tennis is because we've never seen it before, right? And as long as we've been doing it.
Yeah, but what about UFC?
Yeah, well,
I mean, UFC has been not again. Like, is it the fact that like we don't know who we're chasing in UFC?
yeah, part of it
Dude, those
is-
midnight cards are beautiful.
No, the
though,
midnight.
dude.
The design is great,
It's
but like
amazing.
I think part of it
I
is
think
like
the knock on the midnight is the checklist. Like, who are we chasing?
who are
That's
you
right, and
chasing?
UFC
Is-
is tough in
and
that
which is
regard.
it's actually for those that are watch a lot of MMA and UFC in particular, that is just an overall big issue. They're trying to search for that next big star. And that there's not one person necessarily that you could point to and be like, that's the next John Jones, that's the next Conor McGregor, that's the next
Adesanya.
Anderson. Or
So we're in like the
Adesanya.
2013 rookie class with that.
Yeah, we're
Well,
kind of like
yeah, and like obviously like there's guys like Sean O'Malley,
yeah.
The Patty guy.
Patty the Batty or whatever. Like,
How about Max Holloway?
But
Does he
those
sell?
but those
Max
guys
Holloway's
have
still a
had
decent one.
those guys have been in products already.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's like their first introduction
No.
into the hobby.
And another thing, this is the thing, like, you know, Topps has been doing Star Wars forever too, right? And I think Topps will figure it out with UFC.
Now,
with
is
UFC
there a
brand as well.
possibility that like one of these guys in the midnight checklist in 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years, like pops and is like the guy to chase, or generally like the UFC fans look at the checklist and go, none of these guys are the guy. Like they're fighters are okay, but like nobody is like on like prospecting up to be like one of the best.
Yeah. I think I couldn't tell you like anybody on that list currently that has the mass appeal potential like that currently.
Yeah, it doesn't have
of
like
who's on the roster.
doesn't have the hype like out of the gate.
Yeah. It's a very special combination. You have to be obviously a great fighter, right? You have to be really skilled, somebody that doesn't lose often or lose at all, and then you also have to be the personality has to super match that as well. which is a rare combination.
You need like the late great Kimbo Slice to come in.
That was
R.I.P.
That was great. Not
I mean,
not
he-
great that he died, but great.
No,
that,
but, like-
great that his story.
But
the
his
jiu-jitsu
story,
fights.
his story when he basically like doing backyard fights and then basically going into MMA, like that dude had some hype going into it. Like
Yeah.
it didn't really, career didn't really work out, but dude, he got some eyeballs. He got some
knocked out
eyeballs
Tank
and he got
Abbott
some
on
people.
like a free fight too.
That's you know, I mean, that's why UFC was very lucky. They hit it out of the park with like somebody like remember like Brock Lesnar too. He was a huge superstar, obviously in wrestling already, but then he translated to UFC and became an even bigger star because he was in UFC as well. And I think they tried to replicate that again with CM Punk, but you know, then you have the personality part, but then you don't have the skill part.
Oh, that's right. CM Punk tried.
He burned out.
No
He
way.
got beat bad twice, really bad.
There's a difference
Yeah.
in real fighting.
and
acting.
now he's back in wrestling.
Now he's back in wrestling. Yeah,
it's huge.
He's
The
like,
punches don't hurt as much.
So this week is insane. I mean, today we have
insane.
So today we have the return of Topps Chrome 23-24. Was it been 14 years? So it's back. We also have composite football coming out this week, Friday. Prestige baseball coming out Friday. Yeah, and then
Select football.
Upper Deck MVP hockey, where you can chase you could chase Brian Scalabrine.
pristine baseball, I believe.
Pristine baseball, yes.
I think
Not prestige. That's a football product.
It's in there. It's in. You read it.
I read it correct.
You read it correctly. It does say prestige, but that is not what it is. Pristine
Cody.
baseball.
Yeah, we're gonna have what's the hit card in Prestige? It's the next day. No, that's in Luminance
Ooh,
now.
Prestige, huh?
Bonus shots. We got the bonus shots in the baseball this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's editing it on the fly. Look at that. we got eyes on it. We got ears and eyes. Pristine. Yes.
Now we could do the read over again.
We've got 2024 Pristine Baseball coming out, as well as Chrome Basketball. And nobody caught my Brian Scalabrine reference for Chrome Hockey
So
because that's obviously not the guy that we're looking for.
Pristine baseball, is that the pack and a pack and a pack and a pack
Yes,
and a pack?
the triple pack.
Did they fix it this year? We'll
No.
have to see. No.
They've done it for the past 3 years now. I think they liked it
Pack and a pack
in a pack.
and a pack.
In a pack.
There's 3 packs per pack in a pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which makes it a exponentially longer rip than it should be.
Yeah, it
'Cause
could-
it's only a 4-box break.
Yeah, it could be literally a 15-minute break, but it turns into a 45-minute break.
Exactly.
Because you're spending the whole time ripping packs.
Exactly.
But,
We'll
you know,
see. They have changed. You've seen a box open. We're not sure. It could be. They could have fixed it.
No, but on the marketing it says your like it says something about
Tri-level pack?
tri-pack.
It says on the box you're going to be ripping a lot of packs.
Yeah.
It's like literally like, look for autographs, look for this, look for that, and then give yourself at least 45 minutes to rip this box because there's a crap ton of packs.
And
in there.
F your surface on those outside of the pack cards.
But
Yeah.
there's
F your
also
surface.
like an encased, right?
There's
Get-
one
usually
encased
get
per
one encased.
Yeah, one encased per pack.
That's a fun product.
It's fun.
And they
fun.
have the new. They previewed on Topps. You guys can check it out on socials. It's they have like the personalization autos now this year. So they have like Ellie De La Cruz wrote something. I think you put like El Coco or something like
Like
that.
a notable nickname type
Yeah,
card.
Ooh,
kinda
little inscription.
little inscription.
Inscription, yeah.
Mike Trout wrote 3-time AL MVP.
Not to mention, Pristine is actually the first kind of small tidbit, but it's the first product that has Shohei Ohtani Dodger autos.
Nice. Nice.
So that's the first one.
Nice. So yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about these two unlicensed, which are coming out in the same week, and it's like we've been waiting so long for Topps football and Topps basketball, and then we've got it in the same week. So, so overload for this week. So
A lot of
check
stuff.
out Mojobreak.com for any of your breaks, PYTs, any kind of break that you guys want to get into. Check it out. Everything is scheduled. Everything's guaranteed. So jump in on some action. Heritage Auction, they had a memorabilia auction with $62 million in recent sales.
Sheesh.
So the Babe Ruth called shot jersey ended at $24 million. My question, everybody, and I guess you trust these companies, but
How do you know?
yes, how do we know for sure that was the jersey?
I mean, I get the photo matching, but like, how good are the photos back then?
when it comes to these high ticket items, we've seen it. I've seen it on a couple reality shows before. they always talk about like the provenance, like the history of where it's like it has to have a pretty substantial like history trail, right?
It's
of the
one.
item.
It's one thing to prove that it was Ruth's jersey from that era, game jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I do know that like back then they didn't. It wasn't like today's game where they generally will switch out jerseys every single game.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth probably played. I mean, he probably didn't play the whole season with one jersey though.
No.
He probably played, I don't know, a couple games. So how do we tie that time frame to that specific jersey?
I mean, I know they do photo matching. I mean, did he have a mustard stain on the little left side?
But the photo matching is exactly what I said before. Like the definition of the photos themselves, like weren't super clear. So how can we photo match those?
So take my word for it, I guess. I don't know if it was Heritage, but me and Cody were talking about it yesterday. I guess there was going to be an auction for 3 bases of Hank Aaron's famous record-breaking home run trot. Around.
Oh yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, and I guess they were going to go up for auction, and then I guess the Braves were like, "Well, no, we have third base." And you're like, "Well, what?" And then somebody else says like, "Well, Hank Aaron's always had second base at his house, so how do you have 3?" And so obviously it wasn't in fact the right game used. So stuff like that does come out and itself regulates the industry, but. You're taking somebody's word from it. Who's taking somebody's word for? I mean, you got to figure this Babe Ruth jersey was in somebody's collection, and where did that person get it from? Where did that? Is it Babe Ruth's granddaughter that has it? Is it, where are we? And I don't have the data here, but it's something to question. But I guess if you're got $24 million to spend,
yeah, I was like, if you're a Yankees fan or a Ruth fan, you got $24 million burning a hole in your pocket, and you're just like, I'm willing to take a chance.
Crazy.
Then go for it.
But you know what? It's kind of funny when you think about it, right? Because I'm sure you guys have been to people's houses and they have autograph stuff, right?
Babe Ruth cold shot jerseys.
No,
yeah,
I don't have any friends of that nature.
If I could only count the times.
But say you walk into somebody's house and they're like, "Yeah, I got this Barry Bonds autograph," and it's like, it's not authenticated, and they're like, "Yeah, Barry signed it." I mean, you're not going to be the guy that's like, even though you're in the industry, you're probably like, say you're at like their 5-year-old birthday party, and they're like, "Yeah, check out you're a sports guy, check this out," and you're looking at it, and because you're in the industry, you're not going to be like, "Bro, that's not real." You're not going to tell them that, right? So some of these people get these discounted stuff. Either they're buying it from the flea market or they're buying it from somebody else, and it's probably fake signed. In their mind, they think it's real. So when they show it off to their buddies,
now
he signed it.
Now, is the conversation like this? Are they asking, like, "Hey, do you think this is real? How much do you think it's worth?" Then I feel like you're obligated to basically tell the truth.
Right.
And be like, "Well, I would get it authenticated. If I was a betting man, I would say that it's probably not a legit autograph."
Yes.
Wah, wah.
Not a legit Kuzma.
But if they're if they're just showing it off to you and being like, "Isn't this awesome?" Be like, yeah, like it's a baseball.
Right,
cool.
you're not gonna just like
Stitches.
It's got stitches.
you're not gonna bring them down a peg and be like, "Ooh, I don't know, man."
No, I'm not gonna be like, not unless they basically specifically ask, like, "Do you think this is legit?" Then I'd be like, "Okay, well,
Yeah.
I would give the whole. I feel like I've been in that conversation. You've probably been in that conversation a fair amount as well. Like I do the whole spiel where I'm like, "Well, you got to get it certified." And in my mind, I'm like, probably not gonna happen. Might not be worth. Are you willing to spend $300, $400, $500? It really depends on what athlete it is.
Sure.
But you gotta also, let them know which company to go with, because sometimes you might have like a real Tom Petty and they might think it's fake.
No, I was like, I'm like, I've been down that road where I've like sent it out to,
This is the thing about telling people to get stuff authenticated. It's like the guys that are supposed to authenticate it don't even know if it's
three-letter company. First letter starts with P, last letter ends with S.
Or ends with
Or A, P, or
You might as well give them the whole name.
P-A-S.
P-A. Well, I was just like 3 letters, there's a P in there, there's an A in there, there's an S in there. You could jumble them up however you want, maybe figure out. But yeah, I came back and it wasn't authenticated. But I was there, unless that was a fake Tom Petty.
It's true. We didn't test DNA.
Yeah, I didn't.
Could have been a whole dog and pony
I mean,
show.
I could have asked for his driver's license and been like, could we compare signatures on your driver's license to what you just did? And
I mean, we were backstage at the Fillmore too. They let us
was like,
back there. I don't know how.
last 4 digits of your social security number. No, I didn't go that far, but I felt like it was the real Tom Petty.
And
But apparently it wasn't.
it wasn't. But we are live on Mojobreak Media. If you guys are listening to the audio version, we're live every Wednesday at 3. And John's contributing to the chat, mentioning, and I haven't heard this name in forever, card porn with the fake Jordan Photoshop jersey that almost hit the auction block. Remember that? It was, or maybe it was already live when the whole shenanigans went down.
Wasn't that the end? Wasn't that the end of card porn?
It was.
That was the end
it
of
was
him,
the
yep.
end of card porn, where he started a fake organization for
wanted to get-
charity, and then somehow doctored some photos to make the Jordan jersey from the 95-96 finals or something like that, and it
Yeah.
was going to go for like $5 million or something. It was a crazy amount. It was going to go for that, but they were proved to just be a random Michael Jordan jersey.
Yeah,
But,
he was trying to pull off that one
bet.
last big scam.
I was like, that was the grand scheme, right?
That was the heist.
That was
The Ocean's 11.
that was basically the lot. Like, I bet we would
that was
never
a long game.
we would have never heard from him again. He would have been like, I'm out, peace. But yeah, we came together as a hobby.
Yeah,
figured
I mean,
it out.
I would assume with something like this, especially like seeing like other, again, like going back to other high ticket items, not even just sports memorabilia related, but if it's a historic item like this, that like like they don't reveal all that stuff, right? When they're selling it, maybe to the if the buyer's asking for this kind of stuff, they probably have a long list of like, this is where it came from, this is who it was passed down to, et cetera, right? There's got to be a long list of the history of this jersey.
It's like a Carfax.
Yeah, I mean,
would hope so,
Yeah,
yeah.
can you imagine? Like, you're paying $24 million, and you're like, well,
We just have the
like,
photo match. It's like
just
wild.
I just want a peace of mind that like this is legit, and it's literally just a paragraph saying, well, it's legit because we said so.
Or-
I'm like, well,
Even if it's like, if it's just
I
a
need
paragraph like
I
that,
need a little bit more than just because I said so.
even if it's just like I would think it's not acceptable even just to be like, yeah, it's a photo match, just one photo match. Like
But where's that photo? Like where did we come up with that conclusion that this is photo match? I want the details. I want the science.
Well, and then you
Hook
also
me up.
you also have the fact of like they estimated this. I'm sure they estimated it going to be around 20 million. So you're like, I don't know who authenticated it, but you're like, I'll kick you down I'll kick you down like 5 milli. Even if the person gets fired after that, they're like, well, they got 5 milli.
I mean, it's crazy.
You know?
24 million. I mean, do you know? I mean, we could probably end the podcast here and just name off all the things that you can buy with $24 million because there's a lot. There's actually very few things you can't buy for $24 million. A piece of fabric, a jersey,
Touch Babe Ruth's body.
20. I know, big game. Called the shot. Great stuff. 24 million.
yeah,
That's a lot, man.
But I mean, when you were a kid, you did that, right? That was so how iconic that moment was. I don't even. It was you'd play baseball and you'd do that, right, as a joke with your friends. That was Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth did that.
Doesn't justify the 24
No,
million.
it may not, but I mean that's the person that bought that probably did that as a kid, and he's got a few millies in the bank, and he was able to purchase this item, and now he could wear it and do it for real. He's wearing the same jersey. You wear that to Halloween or? Where does that thing even say? You gotta have security for something like that. But
It's 24 million. I'm like thinking about like the houses that you can buy,
Oh,
like
God.
in the areas where you can buy them. Like you can just be like, I'm gonna buy a
24 houses.
$24 million beach house or a jersey.
you know where my head goes to? I'd be like, I could buy like 15 Steph Curry True RPAs Venti.
Yeah.
With that amount of
I
money.
was trying to
I
get.
think you could
I try.
buy- I
I
think
try
you
to
could
get like
buy
5
more-
houses of like all over, and then
that too, yeah.
No, it's still $5 million houses. It's
Yeah, that's
still
what I'm saying.
insane.
That'd be insane houses.
Yeah, or you can. I mean, you better have a really nice house to display that jersey in.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe just a house.
I would hope that the jersey's not worth more than the house.
Well, I think you would need a house just to display the jersey in. Like it has its own house. You got to buy its own house.
Man, I almost feel like it should go into a museum or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
I mean, that would be at least you could monetize it, right?
Yeah.
If you're a museum and you're like, come check out the jersey, maybe some people show up and
Maybe that's who bought it. Who knows?
Yeah, there's a lot of historic
yeah,
memorabilia
maybe.
museums, right? Everywhere in
Was
the
that
world.
Sothersby or whatever it's called?
That's
Was that
they're
just
an auction
house?
house.
Who-
That's right.
yeah, I mean,
Or the Guggenheim.
I
or
would
something?
man, can you imagine if like the outrage if a card company bought it and they're just like, well, we're just gonna cut it up.
Oh yeah, doing one of those thingies.
Oh yeah, you would just get so many people
Mr.
who be like,
Panini?
you're
Jake Paul bought it so he could
like
break it up into pieces and
Like if,
buy you a percentage, sell you a percentage.
like if Hits Memorabilia bought it or some Sage. Maybe Lee. I was like trying to go like maybe like Wild Card comes out with a product that
It's all Babe Ruth.
it's all
Super
Babe
Break.
Ruth. Super Break.
So yeah, we're gonna
Cut it up.
we're gonna get into some tops.
Cut with the like an X-Acto knife or a what are those like those
Scissors?
child safe scissors that don't cut through anything.
All the threads falling
Yeah.
off. So we're gonna get into some Chrome basketball a little bit later. I did want to mention on this these heritage auctions that the 755th home run ball by the GOAT Barry Bonds sold for $102,000 and it's down from $186,000 in 2007.
Wow.
We should have got in on that.
That's not the one that Mark Echo bought, right?
No. I think that the 755 was the tie.
Mark Echo of like Echo clothes.
jeans and
Yeah,
stuff?
he bought
He bought the ball and it was going to send it into
Yeah,
space
he-
because
he-
of the steroids.
and he burned an asterisk in it. And he
What?
was gonna he
Now where is he?
he's broke.
He's probably breaking on whatnot.
No, he's broke. He spent all his money on the ball. Then he devalued it by burning an asterisk into it.
I don't think I've seen anybody wear Echo in the last 10 years. Probably
That was iconic.
easily.
That was iconic clothing line though.
I won't. I wore Echo. I had some Echo.
I
stuff,
definitely
but
had Echoes.
But
Oh,
was
yeah,
it
those
was
ones.
it I think it might have been the 73rd home run ball. I think it was like the all-time single season.
This was the tying. 756 is the win. So he had 756. This is
I thought he had the 73. But is it 756?
Yeah, it was the all-time record home run. This is the one that tied Babe Ruth, but
Whatever did he burn an asterisk into that?
yes.
Yeah,
He did.
Branded,
And he
branded it.
he didn't put it into space because that was one option. He was gonna send it to space.
Mm. Is he? I mean, did he buy it just because he was a fan of Barry Bonds? Or?
No,
he hated
opposite.
Barry Bonds.
He
Oh, he
hated
hated
him.
him.
If
He
you
hated Barry
burn an
Bonds.
asterisk into the baseball,
Yeah,
you
I don't. I'm not.
clearly didn't like the
I'm not
guy.
saying that you're probably not a fan. You're probably not like.
That's a shame.
Yeah, he.
Oh yeah, that was from like New York or something, right?
Yep.
I don't. Yeah,
I was like, I don't feel like he don't feel like he's a Bay Area cat to me.
that dude apparently hates money as well.
So let's talk some top Chrome basketball, guys. And we got
talk
some
about
other this week in the hobby to talk about too. But I know this is the hot button topic today because it's out and
Yes.
people are ripping it. There's blasters, there's hobby, there's breaker delight, there's all kinds of versions in it. Base guards look like they're of Wemby are already around $70-$80, which is insane. So if you have one, I would sell one right now. People are saying refractors are going for $600.
Nice.
Number to 199s are going for $800.
Nice.
My opinion on that. If you have it, I would probably sell it now, unless you really think the card's going to be iconic. Let's get your guys' unfiltered thoughts.
Okay.
And keep in mind, I know we have a lot of product to sell, but
not
let's-
not as much as we
not
as
as much
you
as we
think.
could have.
Well,
So
No, I don't care. The product will sell itself.
I mean, what do you guys
by
think?
the time this airs, like we're gonna be pretty much almost out of the product anyway.
I think
True.
without having ripped it myself yet, without having seen a lot of the subjects, I have seen a couple of players. I've seen the Wemby card. I've seen the LeBron. For the most part, I think they did a good job with the Wemby and the LeBron that I've seen, like to kind of make it look like you. Obviously, it's unlicensed, so they don't have the logos. You know what I mean? But LeBron, they picked a pretty good pose, and I'm assuming that some guys will look really janky with the picture that they pick, and some guys it will look good because of how they whatever pose they have them
they're
in. The Wemby one is perfect, I think. It's weird for me. It's like I know I've seen some people say like, "Oh, sell your prisms now, sell your prism bases now," but I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, like as much as I like the Wemby Chrome and I love the fact and I love the auto one more, right? Because there's an actual autograph. When we're comparing base to base, I still would prefer the prism base card over the Chrome base card.
I think it really comes down to logos at that point. Like, yeah, in 2 years when Topps Chrome is the rookie card to get and it has the team logos on it and nothing's photoshopped, yeah, it could hurt the prism market. But the good thing is that prism and Chrome, besides right now, are never going to really compete with each other.
Yeah, they're never.
So I think they did a
I
good.
just wish they would have picked a better photo for the freaking Prism one. That with the curtain, you know.
Yeah,
I think they did
I see your point there, but that's why maybe some people are calling because I've seen it. I've seen people on comments saying that sell your Prism cards now because now that the Chrome one is out, this is the one that to get graded.
I don't think so. Not
No,
this, not that,
I think
not
I
this
think it's
year.
still. If we're comparing the Wemby Prism to the Wemby Chrome, I think there's going to be a market for both. I don't think in 6 months when we look at both, when the market's kind of leveled out, you're going to see people are still going to put more of a value on the Prism.
And we will see it because I mean, all of us are anticipating.
Now,
Wemby
granted, you can't get autos.
Yeah.
In Prism.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the autographed
Are gonna go crazy.
Are gonna be. You can't really compare those to the base Prism, but you can compare the base
to the
Chrome
base.
and the base Prism, but you can't compare the autographs to it because there are no Panini autographs.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we are gonna probably see very soon because there is a lot of anticipation for Wemby for his second year. So I would imagine in like 4 or 5 months in the middle of the season when he's still like hot his second year out the gate and the Spurs are playing better than they did last year. You would assume or hope that his cards are gonna be crazy. So. We're gonna see direct comparison and like
and then my little tidbit on this is like as far as like unlicensed, I think I've said it before, with the two products that we've seen at least, we've seen Chrome basketball and then we're gonna see composite come out here for football. The mock-ups I've seen for both, I think they did a better design with composite football than what they did with Chrome basketball.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more variety. They're using more for the football. They're using more brands that they've used in other things because it's going to be a late year football release. These aren't going to be standalone, so they're using. It's kind of like imagine the Chronicles version of Topps football. Yeah, I mean, it does look. I mean, we did a preview box the other day, and these guys were like, "Whoa, look at these!" And it's like. The guys that have the front shots, like Drew Holiday, it's like it looks like high school.
Terrible.
You know, it looks bad. I mean, there's nothing they can really do about it. But the people, do you expect people to like that are complaining about Leaf and Wild Card and Press Pass? Do you think we're gonna have that same energy for this product, or are there people going to be like accepting of this?
Well, here's the thing. I've seen like plenty of people are saying that like. We don't want this unlicensed trash. There's some people that are commenting on social media. This is just Leaf and Wild. But then the market is also telling us that this is the fastest I've seen boxes go up for a product, like really fast. Like the fact that they're already up to $650 for a hobby when we started like last Friday at like only maybe like $500, $400, $500. It's like the market is also telling us that they want this. Right, and I'm probably in part due mostly to probably Wemby and LeBron autos, right? Of course, but so I don't know. I think I kind of feel like this one has legs because of who the rookie is.
Yeah, if it was like last year's class or maybe even going forward. To
Yeah,
this
if it was
year's
like
class.
Paolo Banchero or Chet rookie year, then maybe like long term, maybe not. But
So as far as a Wemby rookie auto, this is the card that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
This is
dispute
gonna
that.
be the one that you're gonna want. If you're into autographs, you're into Wemby, and you want to get a rookie auto. There's gonna be a couple more releases that come out, but this is probably gonna be the closest thing to a staple that you're gonna wanna. This is gonna hold probably the best value.
besides the those first ever inscriptions, right? Besides those ones that came out early on.
Yeah, I guess
but
besides
those-
those two cards, because the Bowman's
Yeah.
Best Use is going to be in the Metropolitans. They're the Mets jersey, right?
So it's like a first Bowman, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
phenomenal.
Topps Chrome's always been. I mean, you look in the history of it. Cody had a pretty good. You got the Steph Curry, you got the LeBron James, you got the Kobe Bryant, you got the AI. Those are all the iconic rookie cards over the years.
Yeah.
So
And
kinda
that
falling
AI
in line
Kobe
with
was the
that.
first year that they did Chrome, right?
Yes.
First year
Yep,
ever.
Yep.
That's why they didn't have the tech quite down. That's why them cards got a little bit green over the
Yeah,
years.
and I think there was only refractor and base. There wasn't any numbering. There wasn't any numbered cards.
Yeah.
Then LeBron years obviously had the parallels to it, but
Um,
not as many.
my boy Steph year, man. I wish he had to get a better picture for him, but what can you do?
They all
already
had
lost the
that. Like
license.
Harden has the same. It's the same photo.
Yeah, they had the license, but I don't think they were able to get rookie photo shoot photos. So they had to do what they had to do.
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
right, because the pros were still in their pro uniforms in that set.
Yeah, they were. So and yeah, I know. I hate that Steph. There's actually not a great Steph rookie card besides the NT, but that's out of everybody's price range.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you're looking over the years, Dirk Nowitzki's Chrome does well. Melo, same year. Drew Holiday's got a 910, which is crazy to think that he's been playing that long as well. DeMar DeRozan, this is courtesy of Beckett and Cody here. Blake Griffin, same thing. Look at that. Blake Griffin.
I almost would want something like that over what they gave us for Steph.
I can't hear you in my mic, my ear anymore.
Yeah, it's cutting in and out for me too. But as long as the everybody listening to us
There
can
we
still
go.
hear us, right?
I can hear you guys fine.
It's probably
Yeah,
just our
and then
connection.
the Steph and LeBron being the most iconic of all time. 0304, we can probably arguably say is the most iconic, right?
Most iconic. Yep.
And then probably second would be 96, 97.
96. I would go 96.
Yeah. What do you guys think? You agree with that?
0304.
Yeah.
I
They'll
mean,
go 0304, and then 96, 97.
96, 97
And then
Kobe.
it'll probably be 09, 10.
And then
Even though that wasn't technically a Chrome product, that was just Topps.
and then it's obvious 23, 24.
Yeah.
Number
24.
3. Looking at some
It's
of these.
almost as like none of the other years even existed.
No,
know, right?
just now 23, 24 is my most iconic year of Chrome.
So besides LeBron, Wemby, I mean, Scoot probably be the third guy we're chasing.
Yep.
Or Brandon
Miller. Actually, Brandon Miller's number 2. So I actually did this exercise with some customers over the weekend because some guy was like, "Why do you guys price the Blazers the way you do? Like, why do you guys rate them so high?" And I'm like, "Well, the market is telling us that he is the third guy. So if you look up all the rookies, he's like, I can name 12 of the rookies that are better than Scoot Henderson for this past year, which fair." There were probably other rookies on other teams that were better, but in terms of market sales, I looked it up. Silvers is still Wemby 1, Brandon Miller 2, Scoot Henderson is still the third best-selling guy. So the fact that they all have rookie autos in this set too is a big deal, right? It's going to be the first rookie auto for all 3 of them.
And I'm looking at this checklist. Also, another thing to add value into the Blazers is they have Bill Walton on here.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Who do you got for
RIP.
who do you got for like so you got Penny Hardaway? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Penny's on there, Tatum and Bird's on there for the Celtics.
David Robinson for the Spurs. So if you don't hit a Wemby auto, you can hit a David Robinson.
Yeah, they got Wiggins in there.
Wiggins on the
Wiggins.
Warriors. Chris Paul on the Warriors as well. Drew Holiday, which I think we pulled in our preview for the Celtics. Kuminga for the Warriors.
Jaren Jackson,
Jalen Rose on the Pacers. Larry Bird's in there.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Latrell on the Warriors. Michael Porter Jr. O'Shea Brissett, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, Paul Pierce, Rui Hachimura, Rip Hamilton, Robert Parrish, Seth Curry. No Steph autos, though. I was a little
Steph.
disappointed.
Yeah, no Steph.
They
which-
have Steph in the base and all the chase, but not
that
in the
would have
set.
put the Warriors over the top.
Shaq, Sean Kemp.
Walker Kessler. I mean, they have the certified rookie autograph, so there's 39 rookies in here as well. So I mean, there's a lot of chase, and they have those fake color blasts as well. So those are in there.
What?
Yeah, those are in there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean that's what do they call them? It's
I
right
don't
here.
I don't think that's what they're called.
It's called a helix.
Oh, they got Helix in here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is there, that's
I like that.
$4,000, $5,000.
There you go. So that's another pretty decent photo they chose of LeBron, where it's like you're not really seeing the front of his jersey, anyways. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, there's not
Um,
really a guessing game of like, well, what team is that?
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Now, let me ask you guys, because I heard about this card, and then I got reminded when I looked over checklist when I was doing pricing for the product that tribute LeBron card on the Cavaliers. It's the '03 tribute. So they're doing like a almost like a retro of LeBron from his 2003 rookie card,
With the same
but
photo?
but with an autograph. I don't know if the same photo is. I just read it just says anniversary autograph, and it's on the Cavaliers checklist.
How many LeBron autos total?
Probably not that many.
I-
I didn't
It's
look up
definitely
exactly.
one for the Lakers, one for the Cavs.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe 100 total. Would you include all the parallels?
Yeah, because I would imagine he doesn't have anything higher than a gold, right? It
Is
can't
this
be anything
it
higher
here?
than a gold.
Or is that's already been
I think that's
done?
something they sold. Isn't that something they sold,
Sold
on Tops?
Yeah, I think
now?
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. When he
Um,
scored 40,000 points.
Yeah, so I don't think we have any images of the
And,
LeBron.
and I don't think they have a base version. I think it's literally just an autograph.
And they brought back the rock stars too, which I don't know if those are going to be case hits or not, but the rock stars, they have super fractors of those too, so that'll be pretty cool to chase, and I think it's a pretty cool design. Got Steph on there, so that'll be a good chase. And then we have composite football coming out, so some of the autographs that we've been missing for the whole year of both sports. Now we have C.J. Stroud autos. We have Bryce Young autos and Will Levis autos back in the fold. And then I'm going to try to get this checklist. And like having LeBron in basketball, we've got Brady
On the
in
Patriots.
football. Yeah, which we haven't had Brady autos for at least 2 years.
Yeah, I would imagine he's like
I think
probably only signing for
This
Tops
is
now.
I think this is going to be the best value of any release in the hobby.
I'll tell
this
you
year.
what, I've seen a lot of these. I don't know if you guys have seen these pictures that have been coming out of the CJ Strouds that are in the set. Like there's a radiating rookie superfractor picture that came out. Looks amazing. There's Stroud on the it's like a cosmic design autograph. Amazing.
Yeah, this product is going to be nuts, dude.
It's gonna be nuts.
It's going to be nuts.
And then low key, I'll tell you guys right now, unless you really do your research, because I did. Obviously, the price seems out. The Cowboys are super stacked, even though they don't have a main rookie. They have one of the biggest checklists in the entire product, so we'll look out for the Cowboys if you can find them. Patriots obviously undervalued because they have the Tom Brady chase on there.
Now, is Brady just on the
Just Patriots.
Patriots?
Just New
Okay.
England Patriots. Yep, only Patriots. Some other good checklists. Obviously, Niners. They got all three of your goats in there: Jerry Rice, Young, and Montana.
And Purdy?
Um,
Just-
no Purdy, no Purdy. Actually, I
you
don't
can
recall.
just pass on that team. Nobody wants to throw those guys in
And
their
then
collection.
Tennessee Titans, of course, Will Levis, right? But they got Eddie George autos. They got Warren Moon autos. So
Aaron
Tennessee
McNair.
Titans are good.
Sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I gotta finish that documentary by the way.
docu, right?
R.I.P.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean the checklist looks stacked. A lot of legends too. I
A
mean, you
lot
got
of
Barry
legends.
Sanders
They
in
went and got a
here.
lot of legends for this set. Like so, those teams that don't have big rookies, a lot of them have like most of the veterans you're probably looking for.
What do you think though? Like Radiant rookies, would that top sales of Prism Silvers?
It looks sick though. It looks so sick. I specifically have the CJ Stroud one on our picture for the light version of our breaks, but I don't know. See, it's the same situation we just talked about with Wemby, right? It's like the Prism has your logo. Prism's iconic, the silver, of course. But like you're gonna get a lot of really cool looking. You're gonna get a lot of cool looking rookie.
Here's
cards
my
out of here.
thing: like basketball, Kobe, LeBron, Steph, Topps Chrome. Football, what do you think of?
Yeah, because it's a newer product, right?
I mean, it's not Topps Chrome football, but I mean, we have all different sets in there. But like, if you were to specifically think Topps Chrome football, what player would you think of? Like Aaron Rodgers?
Johnny
Rodgers.
Manziel.
Oh my God.
Which Johnny Manziel's in the set
Oh, yeah, dude. 2014.
for the
Bring me
Browns.
back.
You're right. Like I guess.
Patty.
Yeah, I would still.
No, but like Peyton, but isn't it Bowman Chrome that Peyton's
It's the
No.
Bowman, right? Isn't
Yeah.
it Bowman?
Bowman Chrome. Yeah. And same thing with
Brady,
Brady's is
Bowman Chrome? Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, I guess.
I think they really specifically pimped out more Bowman for football than Topps.
Because the last year was 2015.
2015.
Kevin asks, how much would the Doug game-worn Brady Expos jersey worth from the music video shoot? I've had
Oh,
offers for $10,000 already. So I mean,
that's not Doug though.
No, in the Limp Bizkit video,
No, yeah, it's Dirt.
it's Dirt.
It's not Doug.
Yeah, you got to ask Dirt.
Yeah,
so.
you gotta. He's on his PJ. It's tough to get a hold of
Brender.
him.
His Brender PJ.
Yeah,
it's,
so,
it's
I
tough,
mean,
man, because he's like creating apps and then doing acquisitions.
Yep.
I mean, he bought a braking company, another one.
Yep.
Wreaking havoc at Mojobreak shop.
He's on GoDaddy constantly, just picking up domain names.
Yeah.
Um,
First domain name millionaire.
and I think he has a product coming out soon. So we got to he's also working with the printing company, packing company.
I've heard about that product. It's going to be insane.
Yeah, the product is. I've had a sneak peek of it. He flew me out. I think it was like the Bahamas or something where it's being packed out on an island.
Yeah, he's. You got to see this. This will be way better than any composite or chrome basketball. But yeah, I mean, I heard he's in talks with Panini and Topps, and the starting bid on that jersey is about $10,000. So I mean, it just. It depends, and they're gonna make that the chase in an upcoming Dynasty product or Flawless, one of the two. So
and they're talking about having an event like an event where Dirt shows up wearing it, and then he basically parties with you. Then he basically gives you the jersey after
Off
the
his
event.
back.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
see, I heard the story that they're actually going to be making cards live. So you'd be hanging out with them, and they may cut a little bottom piece off
Oh,
while
yeah.
he's hanging out, and then they're going to make a card
No,
instant.
and
It's called Dirt Instant.
Yeah, and the party actually.
Dirt instant.
And the party doesn't stop until Dirt doesn't have a shirt on anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Till he's
When he's shirtless, then the party's over. So it can be a 6-hour party. It can be a 6-day party.
Yeah.
It just depends on how many instant cards get made and how many relics get processed.
Because they're
in
all
the
Dutch
jersey.
auction. It starts with
Yeah.
it's Dutch auction. It starts at $10,000, and then the first ones are just going to be the napkins, right? The bottom of the jerseys.
yeah.
So by the end of the night or the 6th day, however long it takes,
Dirt's
it's just going to have like a little just the
No,
Expos
So
it'll-
the
logo.
person
it'll-
that pays the less.
it'll
is gonna get
literally
the
be
best
like-
patch.
yeah,
It'll be the neckline with just the
ring
just the
around his
logo.
yeah.
and just nothing else. Just no everything else. Yeah, so watch out for that. There'll probably be in some email blast coming up. Maybe a social media post.
How much for a date with Doug? Ah, man, it's $20,000 maybe.
No,
20?
with Doug or Dirt?
Doug's
Oh.
cheaper than Dirt.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that doesn't
Dirt
sound
would
right.
be-
But
yeah.
the Dirt is expensive.
You
So.
get like 4 Dirts for the price of one, or 4 Dougs for the price of one Dirt.
One Dirt. Yeah. So maybe we should do that for charity. We could put ourselves up for dates.
A one-night date at Taco Bell. How much?
Taco Bravo, actually. But yeah. What else?
Maybe at the next national at our company party.
Yeah, there we go. Back in Chicago, so
Yeah.
the karaoke will be
We'll
swinging.
be flowing.
Yeah, we'll be flowing. I do gotta. This is completely off script, but backyard.
Yes,
Another one.
another one.
Another one.
one.
Another one.
Another what?
Put
Another product hit.
101 superfractor of Anthony Richardson. Rookie auto.
Contenders Optic.
How, Sway? How?
How do they do it?
I think they called it.
As they usually do.
How do they do it?
They're just better than everybody else.
I guess so, man.
They're better. They're better at ripping packs than everybody else combined.
Didn't they win a
They
Tesla?
got,
The
yeah, they
national?
got.
Did they? Who won that?
Did they win the? Did they win the?
I didn't even hear who
cyber.
won
Break a record for like the most packs ripped ever?
Yeah, but it was a random. You just had to sell one thing during that event on whatnot, and you got entered in. So
So it was like a random drawing.
yeah, but I mean,
Asterisk.
the more you sell, the more entries you have. So I mean, I don't know who won that. Does anybody know who won the Tesla Cybertruck from the National? That
Pretty
was
badass.
That kind of floated under the radar.
That actually, yeah. Why are we not having a podcast talking about that?
what Tesla Cybertruck?
It's been a month.
pretty awesome.
Well, I mean,
I think
it's been a month, and we were just like,
I think that whole show just got overshadowed by Fanatics Fest. That's what happened. Everything that happened at the National was like
is
a
it still
distant
going on, Doug? Looks like it's still going on.
No,
No, it's over.
I don't know.
Did you type in like who won the whatnot Cybertruck?
Sick.
This is great content.
I mean,
Sports. I don't know who won, dude.
It was it had custom paint and all that stuff, right? I didn't really get a good look at it.
Yeah.
it was. I think it was probably wrapped. I
It
don't
was
think.
I
wrapped.
think it was wrapped.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna paint it. I mean, the good thing is that you can just rewrap it.
Yeah. That's right, because the material of the car itself is not probably something that doesn't. It's gonna be very difficult to
I think
paint
it's like a stainless steel, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
It's an awesome car.
I mean, when you
I
can
don't-
when you can shoot weapons to like on it and like it barely dents it, like it's probably some good material there.
Except didn't the window break when they tried to say, hey, the window could never be broken? then Elon like threw a rock at it and just broke.
No way.
Yeah, that was like the initial 2 years.
Yeah, that was
before it came out.
Oh, look at this thing.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Smash.
And as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, guys, if you guys want to save $30 off any $100 purchase on mojobreakshop.com, use code HYPELOVE, and it's one-time use only, very limited. So $30 off of any $100 purchase. Now, if it's a $200 purchase, it's still $30. Still a great deal. But save yourself $30. Use that code now and get your box, whether you like Pokemon, One Piece, if you're into Topps Chrome, if you're into any Panini product, that's all on mojobreakshop.com and get delivery right to your doorstep.
A lot of variety.
Fast shipping. So get your order in now. Dylan Cruz, I think first call up 0 for 3, but I think yesterday 2 for 3. So it's crazy that this guy literally just had a card and now he's in the bigs. And what do you guys think? Is stocks rising a little bit? Is it time to sell? Is it time to buy?
You're saying he got caught up?
He's played 2 MLB games now.
Okay. Isn't this is the opposite of what's supposed to like we've been taught of what happens with Bowman? Like, why are these kids getting caught up so fast? They're just that good?
They're just good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Struggling.
I thought we supposed to wait a couple years.
I mean, I think I don't know for sure about Dylan Cruz if he did 4 years in college, but a lot of the high school kids are the ones that have to marinate for a little while.
Yeah.
That's not even the case anymore, though.
But you got
There's kids you basically get called up at 19 now. It's just the way the initial contracts are set up. It's not. I think they got rid of that minor league service time clause that prevented the major league contract to start. I think they got rid of that. So now there's you don't get penalized as a team by bringing up your young talent.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with it. But yeah, I mean, also the Nationals are pretty bad, right?
Not great.
So it's probably at the time where they're like, let's see what we got.
Yeah, bring him up a little bit.
Let's bring him up, get him some reps against teams that they're going to be playing against. That teams are in pennant races. So he's gonna face some talent that at least they can get a scouting report on paper, get some video of him, so they could see if what adjustments he has to make going into spring training next year. I think it's smart.
Yeah.
Yep. So are you buying or selling Dylan Cruz at this point?
I'm doing neither. I'm probably just gonna hold. I'm gonna hold until next spring training.
Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say sell, but we are nearing the end of the season.
Yeah,
here, right?
I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, because they're not gonna go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I
so.
would hold. Hopefully he does well at the end of the season, and then come February and March of next year, that's the best time to sell prospects.
Mm-hmm.
And people will be hyped on him, especially if he has a decent 1 month of the season. People are going to be hyped on him coming in and probably being a contender for Rookie of the Year.
Yep. And on another baseball tip, I'm in the sweepstakes for the Shohei Ohtani 101 40-40 game used base auto. I'm in the sweepstakes for it. So just like I'm in the sweepstakes for the triple auto, but
You saying a no purchase necessary?
no, I mean I bought the base cards and I have a chance.
Oh.
Oh,
at
is
these
that
cards.
thing closed? It's closed already, huh?
It's closed already, yeah.
Dang it!
But you know what's interesting about him is he continues to amaze. I mean, I didn't really consider him a base stealer. He may be the first guy to ever have 50-50.
Yeah,
Isn't that wild?
That would be crazy.
That's tight.
I mean, he's
So,
got
hey.
what?
Well,
40,
there's
30,
so
40
many
games
things
left?
that he can. There's so many things that he can do. He could basically be a guy who comes in next year because he'll probably be pitching, and he can have 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases, 50 strikeouts, like pitching, not like hitting.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that he can do.
Well,
that
50 strikeouts he's already had, right? I mean,
well, he has, but he hasn't had it in a season. He hasn't had 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases, and pitching 50 strikeouts.
right, right.
But he has had 50 strikeouts in a season.
That'd be a record nobody ever would touch.
No, well, there's everything that he does. I don't think anybody's ever going to touch.
Yeah.
Is
I
Shohei
think-
Ohtani the greatest baseball player over the last 10 years?
He's a yes.
Yeah.
Generational talent. For
and
sure.
you could make an argument when everything's said and done, he might be the greatest ever to do it.
Do you guys?
Because
Would you bet on that?
What? Oh, well, I have a guy. We share a guy.
I probably would.
I'll put a couple dollars.
I
on
was
that.
gonna ask you guys because Trout's been the face of baseball for so long since he's been in. Do you think like I mean at this point, Ohtani?
Ohtani
Ohtani's the
Ohtani and Judge. I think Judge could you could make an argument that Judge is the other
I don't.
face of baseball.
I don't specifically follow their market that closely.
Well, Judge just hit his 53rd homer. I think it's at 53 home runs or
yeah.
something
There's
like
a lot
that.
of conversation that he might break the.
I mean, that
his own
dude,
record.
that dude, year in and year out without injuries is almost guaranteed to hit 50 bombs.
Yeah.
He should. I think he'll win American League.
Yeah, it's pretty
MVP.
much a shoe-in for Ohtani and Judge.
And
right?
yeah, it's going to be Ohtani and Judge.
But, I mean, God, it sucks because, I mean, we all have these collecting stories. I mean, Ohtani started his career off injured, twice. So it's like
He's
started
like
to come
he's
back.
like a Steph Curry.
Yeah, but he started to come back, and that's like, when I decided, hey, he's kind of back now, I should sell. God, if you only would have known,
I
It's
think
like, it's crazy.
I think you play the long game with Shohei at this point. I
Yeah.
think that he has actually already accomplished enough. If he retires in like a year or two, his legacy will still live on because he has done things and will continue to do things that no ball player has ever done.
I've been sitting on this podcast with you guys since 2017, and Doug is like, you were always looking for the right time to sell him, and then Dan was always like, let's just hold this guy.
Hold him forever. To the moon, hold him. I'm just bummed Otani's not a Giant.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm bummed
And
about.
Judge.
And Judge.
He was-
Can
he
you
was Giant
imagine?
for
Well,
7
they're
minutes.
also saying the Giants, like GM, is on the hot seat. If the Giants don't make the playoffs, he's probably gone.
Well, we're hovering around about 500 right now.
We're the perfect 500 team.
Always, every year, ever since the runs that we've had.
Man, I don't know. Seeing Ohtani in that black and orange.
Nah,
I
it
don't
looked
know,
good.
bruh.
It looked good. It looked good.
I can see Judge in the orange and black.
He looked good too.
Ohtani, though.
I'll take them both. I'd gladly let the Yankees sign Matt Chapman and Jorge Soler if we could have got Judge, and I mean we can throw in Blake Snell.
That's a tough division. The Giants are one game over 500.
Yeah,
but
well,
fourth place.
I think the 3 teams ahead of them, obviously the Dodgers are in the playoffs, but the wild card teams are the Diamondbacks and the Padres.
Yeah.
So you can actually make an argument that the NL West is the toughest division in baseball.
Well, the Giants are 8 games back for the Padres. I mean, we're almost out of it.
Yeah.
We're almost out of it. Might as well pack it up.
Granted, I do think it's 3 wild card spots.
It is.
So I think I want to say we were like 3.5, 4 games out of the wild card spot.
5.5.
5.5. It's over. It
Yeah.
is over. It's over. Fire everybody. Everybody's gone.
There's about 30 games left.
Man,
There's a
Phil-
chance.
it's a good time to be a new Dodger fan.
It's over.
You know,
I think the A's have just a good
Ohtani.
shot to come back. I think the A's actually they're going to lose 100 games, right?
No, 57 and 75. It's not horrible.
They could lose 100.
They could. They'd have to lose the rest of their games, but yeah.
Worst team in baseball.
White Sox, 31 and 101.
Oh, they've lost 100 already?
Jesus.
With a month to go?
Yeah. That's tough.
Oh,
Who they tanking for?
Michael Jordan.
The Nationals are not horrible with Dylan Cruz up. I mean, they're 60 and 73. I mean, they're pretty much out of it, but like they could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be the White Sox.
Yeah.
How do you lose 100 games before September?
It's tough.
Jeez.
Yeah. Sorry for those Northsiders there. So, but yeah, man, I think that's all we got. I would add a tidbit. I've been watching something that I never thought I would watch. I'm watching on Netflix. It's called Accident.
Mm-hmm.
I started to watch it, and it was one of those things that was filmed in Spanish, and they dubbed over in English. And I did not think I was gonna keep watching it. I
What,
gave
is,
it a
is
chance.
this a drama show or something, or what is this?
It's the weirdest concept. Spoiler alert: is there's 10 episodes,
Okay.
and it starts off this guy's like having a party for his like 7-8-year-old son, and a bunch of people show up, and there's a bunch of kids, and there's this bouncy house, and he has to take a phone call because he's got a deal with the Gringos. It's going to be like $30 million deal. It's going to change his life, right?
Whoa.
So he's waiting on this phone call.
I don't think you can say that.
That's what they said on the show. So
I'm offended.
Jesus.
and he basically gets a call, and he has a guy that's working for him, but he tells the guy, go get ice for the party, and I'll take over the bouncy house. And he doesn't nail in the bouncy house. And I don't know. Maybe I'm from California. I don't know that this would ever happen. The bouncy house gets thrown 30 yards, 30 feet in the air.
That can happen.
30 feet in the air. 3 kids die, including his own.
Okay.
And they basically pin the blame on the helper, and the helper basically gets murdered because of it.
Is
And
this a true story, or is this?
I don't think so, but
just a-
it's,
This a drama? Sounds like
gotta
it.
be
drama.
fiction.
Okay, that's cool. So you have to read though.
no, they dub it over. It's just the mouth doesn't match up.
Oh,
Yeah. That's why I didn't think I was gonna like it. But then I got roped in. I mean,
I'll tell
I'm
you
on
what
episode 6.
That sounds kind of interesting. I'll tell you what I just finished.
There's
kind
a lot
in
of
the-
Netflix
in the
shows where
same
they are
vein.
doing the overdub now.
Yeah, in the same vein, sort of. I just finally finished Ozark. Finally.
Oh my God.
I know I'm late, 2 years
You are-
late, but
You didn't
2
have to. You don't
years?
have to overdub on that one.
no.
That's just straight.
I don't think I
That's
think I've
just-
only seen season 1. And
Oh,
that
man.
Oh my
it's
God.
good.
Ozark is great.
The
I know
great
Jason Bateman's great.
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. Everything he ever did up to that point was just comedy. That's what everybody knew him for, right? It was his first like serious drama.
Marty is the man.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
Marty.
Marty's the best. And who's his wife? She's she's a big name actress. Too,
Yeah,
actress
she
too,
is.
right?
I forget her actual name. Lynn something.
I hated her in there though.
Yeah, Wendy Bird.
Well, I hated Wendy.
You know what else she's from? Like the only thing I really know her from.
Wasn't she on Horror Story too? America's Horror Story?
Maybe I haven't watched that though. Truman Show. She's the wife.
Okay, that's probably where I've seen her.
Oh.
She's the wife that's like trying to keep him in line, but then
Oh yeah.
when he starts going off, and she's like, "I can't handle these conditions." Trying to be his wife.
Allegedly, we sold a card to Emma Roberts over this weekend at the show. So
Oh,
Nice.
sick.
Speaking
Yeah,
of American Horror Story.
There you go.
we didn't see IDs, but apparently Shane did not know who she was. But
No way.
Alex
but
did?
Alex did, and then I guess there was a joke between her and Alex that this guy doesn't know who I am.
To
so-
Shane.
She
Yeah.
probably thought that was endearing.
How does he not know who Emma Roberts is?
You don't probably watch a lot of TV, like
I think he watches.
Besides
I think he
sports
watches Golden Girls
and wrestling.
and
I think he
mean,
watched.
she's
No,
pretty.
no, he doesn't.
and
no,
the
he,
Andy Griffith Show.
no,
and-
no. Shane is more of a MASH guy.
He don't. He, no, let me-
Mash?
Like-
Shane,
like,
Shane
I-
doesn't.
That's exactly in
Like,
line.
there's no doubt that like if you were to bring up MASH to Shane, he'd probably
Yeah.
be like, "Well, I've seen every episode," because that
He-
just kind of fits.
He's not a. Shane is not a pop culture guy, so he wouldn't know. Well, he used to call. He used to say that he looked like people told him he looked like Chance the Rapper. So it's like,
Oh my God.
Now, I don't.
Oh my God.
I don't recognize a lot of people like if I'm out like, but I would recognize Emma Roberts.
How can you not?
I would be like, because she is like I'd consider her like A-list Hollywood celebrity. Like
B
she is
least.
she is very well known. She
She has
is in
20
a
million
lot.
followers.
She is on a lot of stuff. She's done a lot of stuff.
dude, listen, because like
and
they were.
she's Julia Roberts' niece.
Yes.
Yeah, they were in SoCal, so it makes a lot of sense that there would be some celebrities, right, and actresses.
and
or
what was she
actors that were
buying?
there.
What'd she buy?
I don't know what card it was.
Am I allowed to say that, or am I gonna?
Well, just for say it so it's not super obvious. Like, was it a baseball card?
No.
Was it a football card?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I know.
Yeah, I just-
It,
What team?
Chiefs.
Oh, that's all you have to say.
So, I mean, I'm sure
It was a single?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know
you know-
which one
you
you're
know-
talking
yeah,
about now.
Well,
Wow,
We'll let you
she
guys
grabbed
decide
that?
that.
No way.
now what I was gonna get to is that Burbank obviously a big card show, especially here for us on the West Coast. But man, if that Fanatic Fest ever comes to the West Coast, of the amount of like star power that they're gonna have walking around.
Well, I think it's a given.
Yeah.
LA,
I think-
don't
LA
think they've announced-
2025.
I think it's going to be November,
Pittsburgh,
Orlando.
right?
No, Pittsburgh is not happening.
It's not happening
no.
anymore?
Orlando, November, and then
LA.
LA. It looks like the same time so it's going to be August in LA, 2025.
Hopefully the
Oh,
same day as the
man.
national.
I might have to
It-
skip the
it-
national next year, guys.
Angels players, could be anybody down there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we'll
I
probably see
mean,
Emma Roberts again.
Rams players,
Rams,
you know.
Niners players.
Chargers.
Nope, the Niners don't. They didn't get invited.
Well, they
They-
Levi
LA,
Stadium in the
LA
South.
Kings players. LA Kings.
Anaheim Ducks.
LA Kings.
Dr. Dre.
Maybe the whole cast of the Mighty Ducks.
Snoop is for sure walking around.
that 40
maybe-
40
maybe-
club
maybe-
there.
Snoop is showing up.
Maybe Emilio
What's
Estevez.
a big
I don't
what's
know.
a big club in Southern California that's like super well known?
Nobu?
I thought that was
That's a restaurant. It's a
It's a
restaurant.
though.
Yeah, Malibu.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they have a Nobu at the Fanatics Fest next year.
Yeah, because the 40-40 is more of an East Coast thing, right?
Yeah, that's a big.
So you almost need to
Oh,
have
they're.
like
I don't know. Just go. Just watch a couple episodes of The Hills, and then we'll be able to figure out the,
maybe
the
they'll
hot
do
clubs.
Maybe they'll do Club Diddy because he has a house out in LA.
Oh,
right?
what if
No
Heidi and
Diddy.
Spencer show up, dude?
No,
Ah,
Diddy.
dude,
Nice
that'd be
try,
sick.
Diddy.
Get Diddy out there? Did
I-
he get a run his?
No,
Spencer,
Nice
Spencer
try,
shows up. I'll be
Diddy.
like, dude, you still owe me for that cameo, dude.
I bet you we could get Matt Leinart out for that at least.
Yeah, because he's down there.
Matt
Yeah.
could for sure. Yeah, that'd be
I mean,
easy.
he's
trip
having
for
a
him.
baby, but around that. Well, he probably have the baby before then. So
I mean, we don't really have to hype up Fanatics Fest too much, like in terms of like the context that we have. Like, they're gonna know how great of a show, or at least hear about.
Yeah, I
that,
don't
how
think they're
great of a
gonna.
show.
They're not gonna need our input
Yeah.
on the guest list.
Mm-mm.
no.
Well, I think they'll be able to.
I think it's
figure it out.
actually like a very very easy sell. If
I
you
know.
Like,
I know Shane's driving.
yeah.
That's
Ooh,
gonna make.
gotta
Our,
get-
Kendrick
we gotta
will
get-
probably be there.
it's gonna make our life so much easier.
Maybe
Kendrick.
Oh yeah. I hope one can hope.
we can get Jason out there too. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring Jason.
Well,
out
he's
there.
already there.
Bring out the whole crew.
Yeah.
Even Staley. What's up, Staley?
Bring out everybody.
That would be dope.
Bring out the whole, all the homies.
All the
extended
homies.
fam, bring them all.
That's yeah, I'm pretty excited, and I don't think it's gonna be the same time as the national. But that-
Mojobreak Fest coming 2030. There you go, Greg.
Claim
that-
it.
but
Claim
that
it,
would be-
Greg. Claim it.
man, could you imagine if they basically did come out and they're like the same exact weekend as national, same exact weekend? Like we're
It's
going.
gonna be crickets at the national, bro.
I-
I'm telling you right
well,
now.
I mean, I'll tell you where we're gonna be.
I'm telling you
Not
right
in Chicago.
now, dude.
But I mean, let's be honest.
We're gonna have to,
Fanatics
we're
Fest
gonna
is
have to
not a
draw
card show.
straws for one person to go
Not
to
yet.
Chicago.
Not a card show.
It's
Sorry.
not yet, but they laid the blueprint for it, though.
Well, I think that they're like, I don't want to compare them like you have what's a higher end like grocery store, like or like not like Walmart, but
Whole
like
Foods.
Whole
they
Foods.
have
Not
like
at
Whole
all.
Food where they have everything. Like that's what Fanatics Fest is.
Actually,
Card shop is
Whole Foods
national.
does not. They have the quite opposite of everything.
Like where somebody has a card section, like a place that has a card section. That's what they are.
I-
They have a card section. The National is a card shop.
I,
All right.
I truly
So,
think that Fanatics Fest is going to expand to the point where they're maybe not reach the national level, but they're going to get pretty damn close.
Fanatics Fest is Target, and the National is like Dollar Tree.
But it's a card. I was like, it's a card shop, because they have
Yeah.
everything card related.
Hey, I tell you what, all them vintage
some good
cats gonna
stuff at
still be
Dollar
out
Tree.
there. Yeah. All the vintage cats, all the vintage dealers, they'll still be
They're
there.
still there. Yeah,
They'll-
there wasn't a lot of
they'll
vintage
still
at
be
Fanatics
there.
Fest. There wasn't a lot of vintage.
This is another thing I'll bring up too. Like, and I just noticed this on social media, of guys that aren't in the hobby. They just created new social media accounts because they followed us and then we followed them back. Of guys that were there for the sports part of it, and then they just happened to stop by our booth and open up a box and hit a Kaylin Clark, and it's their first post ever on social media. They're like, that's how they got introduced to the hobby. So you're getting a lot of that.
and that is one thing that you do not get at the National. The people who are coming to the National, they're there specifically because they know why they're going there.
Yeah.
You're not like having a sports fan stumble across the National and now become a
Yeah.
person who is a
Card
collector.
Sure.
But you had a lot of people at Fanatics Fest that were sports fans that may have been introduced or converted to card collectors. And I think that is the whole
It's the whole
that's
point.
the whole point, right?
Like
New
Grant Williams.
acquisition.
Grant Williams, maybe.
So
What better way?
Yeah.
For
I,
Grant.
I'm so excited for LA. I'm so excited.
I was
So
excited. I
excited.
was excited for whatever was coming next when we were leaving Fanatics Fest originally, that one for New York. I was already excited about whatever was coming next.
I mean, we probably are gonna have to draw up a plan. Like Orlando, we're probably gonna have to have a conversation about.
Right.
But yeah, we don't.
But I mean, like
we
the-
don't necessarily have to have a conversation on the podcast, but
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know.
but I mean, like the next main show is gonna be freaking. I know it's gonna be huge, man. The next main show, if you guys are saying it's in
You
LA
think they
next
try
year.
to take crypto?
Maybe.
California.
What are they going to have in Orlando?
Nice.
Are they going to have Luke, like Uncle Luke?
Orlando? They probably bring all the Miami talent because it's right
Trick
up the road.
Daddy,
Everything.
Ross,
Ross, everybody.
DJ
Wayne, Lil
Khaled
Wayne,
again.
all of them.
Yeah.
Probably Brady. I think Brady has
Maybe
a,
Brady
yeah.
too. Brady
Yeah,
has a
he's in
house
Florida.
down there in Tampa.
Brady
All-
might
all the
be touring the Fanatics Fest, like
I know.
because he'll probably be in LA too.
Magic players like Paolo and Franz and
Well,
Jalen
Paolo was at
Suggs will
Fanatics
probably be
Fest.
there.
Jaime Jaquez from the Heat.
Yep. Miami Heat
Everybody.
players,
All
right?
the Heat.
Buckets maybe will be there.
Jimmy Buckets.
Jaime Jaquez for sure probably will be there.
Mm-hmm.
What are some Miami teams? A lot of the Dolphins players are probably going to hang
All the
out.
Fins.
Maybe like Mickey Mouse and Goofy. It's like Orlando, right? It's like
Yeah.
right by Disney, right?
Yeah.
They'll
Well-
they'll probably have like events because don't they have like a downtown Disney
Yep.
thing similar to LA, like in Orlando?
Yep.
So they'll probably have a bunch of events there.
Trevor says next on the Ruben Boy fanboy podcast. I'm like, well, he is our dad, though. I mean, like,
He is.
I can't disrespect my father, you know. So,
Oh, business daddy.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we should send you a Mojobreak shirt. And you can meet Shaq. Can we meet Shaq? I haven't met Shaq before. My favorite player growing up, dude.
It's actually it's funny. We are coming out with a new podcast. It's called I Love Michael Rubin and everything he does. And we're just gonna have a round table and basically say what is it about Michael Rubin that you appreciate, and you have the floor for 10 minutes to basically just say everything you love about him.
Yeah.
Well, what was that show? Call Me Daddy. Where we call me Ruben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I love the fact. I love the ideas. The ideas are flowing.
It's a think tank in here.
It's a think tank.
I mean, I'll just say this based off that. It's just like I said at the last podcast last week, coming out when we got back from Fanatics Fest. I've never had more fun in my time as a hobby. Besides, obviously, Mojobreak being here, getting to open up so many products over the last 10 years. I've never had more fun in the hobby at an event than at Fanatics Fest, and that's a big thing because I've been to 4 of those nationals already. You know what I mean? And obviously they were fun in their own right, but this was just a completely different new experience that was like everything about it just got you excited about the future of sports and sports cards. So
Yeah,
So
I mean,
do you think you still have that going in? Like now that you know what to expect, fast forward 11 months and we're 1 month away from going to the LA event.
yeah,
Are you still knowing what
how New York was.
how New York was and basically what the layout is? Because that's kind of the whole thing.
I don't
about,
think
like,
you could top New York. It's
I-
like the sequel. You can never top the
I
first
think
one.
I think what
Maybe,
what
yeah.
with me was going in to Fanatics Fest and being like, I have no idea what it's going to be. I
Yeah.
have no idea, and being pleasantly surprised with like everything from the card collecting aspect to all the different activations they had there, like kind of blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So going into LA, I'm going to be like, I already know what to expect.
right.
So I don't know if I'm going to be like, I don't know if I'm going to leave LA and be like, man, that like blew my mind because I
Right.
already have this preconceived notion of what it was in New York.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I will be like super stoked that the fact it's in LA, and when I need to get there, it's going to be a 45-minute flight and a 45-minute flight home. And worst case scenario, we can drive 5 hours. We're not going to be stranded.
Which
We're not-
same amount as the Uber.
Yeah.
I know,
I was
right?
gonna say, almost the same amount of time that we took that Uber. Yeah, like so I can't say whether how excited I'm gonna be after the show. We'll see. But I tell you what, like that whole month leading up to next year's Fanatics Fest, I'm gonna be super excited.
Yeah,
my
if-
expectation is gonna be through the roof.
If we're hanging around and like you just see LeBron James walking around, that I'll be like that. This is
Shaq will be there.
this
like,
is-
for Doug.
We made it.
I'm all this is cool.
Greg
Yeah.
asked, "How open to the public is Fanatics Fest? Can I just get a VIP ticket and access to as a nobody?" 100%. Yeah.
100%.
Everybody in
whole
there was
website.
nobody.
Yeah,
Is
the
pretty
whole
much.
Honestly,
This is
our,
like this is
our
a family
Our
event.
passes were really no different than everybody else's passes. We had a dealer pass that didn't give us any extra access to anything.
Nope.
Now that may change because obviously they may like tweak things obviously with next month next year's
except
show.
we got in like an hour early to like set up
Just to
our
set up,
booth
right.
and,
That's really
and
it.
that stuff.
So
But
I would imagine the VIP tickets from the regular day-to-day exhibitor tickets. I would imagine maybe like they'll add more special things for you guys for VIP next year because maybe they one.
I think
criticism people had with the
major
VIP.
I think the major criticism was the value
of the VIP
for the people who got the VIP
Right.
passes.
But in general, everybody that if you just buy a ticket to the show, you're gonna get to experience almost everything that anybody else gets to experience. Except like the 40/40 exclusive club where they were only letting like celebrities and big names in there, and we were just on the outside saying hi to all the
Pretty much.
big celebrities.
I was on the list. I just didn't want to bum you guys out.
Oh.
Like I was like, I can go in, but I'm like, am I gonna walk with Cuban? I don't know. Like, I was trying to figure out who I wanted to walk down the red carpet with, and yeah. No.
I'm trying to find out any info about.
But
the,
yeah, if you're just a regular show goer, like you just want to come experience what Fanatics Fest is about, it's open to it's everything's gonna be open to you. You'll be able to see and do anything you want there.
Knowing what New York was, if you are a sports fan and not even like, entrenched in the hobby, even though this is a hobby podcast, so most people are probably who are listening are into the hobby. But if you're just a sports fan, you want to be blown away.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely worth it. It's especially if you live on the West Coast.
Mm.
If you are a 5-hour drive or a 45-minute flight, I highly suggest, even if you're in Arizona, Nevada, if you're somewhere on the West Coast, I would absolutely go.
yeah, Greg, you
$50.
just need to tell people you're Dan. Exactly. That's what you got to do.
$50
That-
get you in the door.
I'll tell you, yeah. That go around and tell everybody you're me will get you a big fat zero.
Yep.
Except for the 40/40 club. Yeah, go over there and be like, I'm Dan.
They're like, "Hi, Dan."
Yeah, there's a lot of Dans here.
7-Eleven's giving away some free Fanatics Fest 2025, but I was looking for the dates.
But does it tell you the location?
no.
Oh.
Dan, they already started that That's early.
I
That's an early
Gotta
promo.
drum up that interest, man.
Man, if I had to guess, I'm trying to think of like the
Convention
layout
center.
of the convention center, the Javits Center. The Anaheim Convention Center would be ideal. There's a lot of hotels there, obviously, because like it basically shares like an area with Disneyland.
I know that place is
That-
gonna be so
Honestly, yeah, that
poppin'.
probably would be the best
That-
area.
but then
But then you
I-
got the
there's al-
LA one
there's
too,
al- there's
right
also
next
the
to
L,
crypto.
there's LA Convention Center, and then you're right in the middle of downtown LA.
Mm-hmm.
Disney. That's all you guys. You sold me on that.
Yeah, Disney.
Yeah, I think it's Disney.
It's like
if
just goes.
anything.
You could go like straight from the show straight to Disneyland.
I bet it isn't. I bet it isn't Anaheim Convention Center. I bet it is LA Convention Center. I bet it's downtown LA.
If you don't want competing business, you
Yeah.
go to LA.
Fanatics Fest
Yeah.
2025 round trip airfare. Winner.
$50 was the floor though to get in the door, which is pretty cheap for what was
Yeah,
inside.
No brainer.
if I'm not even in the hobby and I'm basically like, and I'm living in New York and I hear about that, $50 worth every penny of it just to walk around and just
Yeah, like that's
check stuff
that's
out.
why
Like,
that's why like we saw so many families with little kids.
Yeah,
like I love that, dude. Like I freaking love that there were so many like families there.
I mean, I would have just paid $50 just to walk around, not even do any of the activations, like, because some of them, like, if you didn't get in early,
You were done.
the WWE was like a 2.5 hour wait. Like, I probably wouldn't do that, but I would have a great time just walking around, watching some of the on stage stuff, just looking at some of the memorabilia, just looking around and
Running
just checking
into
stuff out.
celebrities
Like,
walking the floor.
yeah, I would gladly pay $50 just to walk around that place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's it for the show, guys. Make sure you use that code. Check out mojobreak.com for the newest composite football release, as well as Topps Chrome and Pristine.
Select football.
And Select Football.
I don't even think we talked about select
we
football
didn't,
at all.
we didn't even talk about it.
We didn't even talk
We're
about
running out
select
of
football
time.
at all.
Select Football, XRCs, your first chance at Caleb Williams, rookie cards,
Yeah.
as well as all the other top draft picks from 2024. So, all right, guys, tune in next week, and we'll see you guys later.